Welcome to Jets Talk. My name is Ryan, and I'll be your pilot tonight. Boys and girls, it's been a little bit of time since I didn't have a beard. Whoa, I'm feeling naked right now. Feels good. Gonna talk a little football. Gonna hammer this out for about an hour. We'll go till about the 10 o'clock hour, talk a little stuff about the Jets, some questions, comments, concerns. We got some news breaking on the trade front. Jalen Ramsey coming to the Steelers. Minkah Fitzpatrick heading to the Dolphins. Jonnu Smith also going to the Steelers. And a late round pick. Was it a 5th round pick? Is that what it was? 6th round pick? Going back to the Dolphins. This is one of those rare trades that I look at and I say, I'm not sure anyone won this one. I'm looking at like the Steelers like, why would you trade away Minkah Fitzpatrick for Jalen Ramsey? Now maybe it's the positional value, right? You got cornerback, former All-Pro, to Minkah Fitzpatrick, who I think has underperformed the last 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what I've been hearing. Crazy. I think Minkah's more valuable right now. But that's neither here nor there. What I do like is that Garrett Wilson put Jalen Ramsey in a blender the last time they played each other. So I am very much looking forward to week 1, which, speaking of week 1, if you guys haven't figured out what you're doing, we're doing our ticket group by Talking Jets. Myself, O'Leary, and Greenbean heading down to the week 1 matchup versus the Steelers. And boy, are we looking forward to having some fun. Tailgate with Tailgate Joe. Ticket in section 315. You're going to be right on upper deck, but like 30, 40 yard line views. Going on the field after the game. Food and drink included at the tailgate. Should be a whole lot of fun. Looking forward to it. Get your tickets, talkingjets.com. And we got a little promo for it too. Do you know where you're going to be week 1? You better be with us. Join Talking Jets for a weekend of fun to kick off the NFL season.
We're going to the season opener against the Aaron Rodgers-led Pittsburgh Steelers. Join us as we'll take over an entire section of MetLife Stadium with Jets fans just like you.
We'll be tailgating with Tailgate Joe before the game, and our group will have post-game access to the MetLife Stadium field.
The fun doesn't have to stop there. The Talking Jets crew is heading down to 𝐾𝐿Sburg, New Jersey, where we're going to the 𝐍𝐼𝐼𝐼 Music Festival, putting on a live show and meet and greet live from the beach, hang out, listen to some good tunes, talk some Jets, and kick off the NFL season the right way.
All you need to do is go to talkingjets.com for more info and your tickets. We can't wait to see you there.
Boys and girls, welcome. Excited to talk to you guys and girls. Mostly guys. I think I got like 2 girls that follow the channel. My 2 girls. And my wife, probably. And my mom. Jay Nasty. JUTS, Jets. We need to give Sauce the money he deserves. I completely agree. Dude's got to get paid. Hopefully this happens like on the eve of training camp. And we could just kind of put it to bed and not have to deal with all the BS. Flight Boys, what's up? Jet up, my friend. Cameron asking if we'll do a call-in. Why not? We could do some call-ins tonight. I don't have a crazy ton to say. I really just want to hang out, talk with you guys, drop my ad for the night, and just see where you guys are at, what you guys are doing for your summer, how you're feeling about the Jets. Does week 1 change it all now that the Steelers are going to have Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith, or does it not change anything? Let me know. Todd, what's up? Peter says, who's this young fella streaming tonight? I know, so before I did this, I did the beard, like this side, and I had just the goatee. Then I had just the mustache, and my wife was like, you can't do that. You gotta stop. And I'm like, all right. Whatever. She's like, you look totally different. I look like 40 years old. I shouldn't say 40 years old. I look like 10 years older when I had the goatee by itself. And then when I had just the mustache, I was like, I look like I should be fighting fires or pulling people over. And she said, yeah, buzz that off. So I got rid of it. But I'm looking young, feeling young. Tony says, Fitzpatrick going to feast on Fields. I think It's definitely not good for us because I do think Fitzpatrick is better right now and puts up a harder test. So us facing him twice with the Dolphins, probably less good for us. But I don't think it's gonna really make or break our season. V-Man, moment of silence for Jerry Philbin, New York Jet great, former defensive end, passed away, what was it, 5 days ago? 24th, 25th, something like that. R.I.P., dude. Thank you. I didn't obviously know you from a football perspective watching you, but part of the Super Bowl team. So moment of silence. What's up, Gag? What's going on, Jets brethren? Good to see you, Gag. You know, hanging out. Oh, I got to show you this. So I don't know if did I stream last time I had Father's Day? I don't know if I did. I got a few gifts from my girls. Got my tie. Best dad ever. That was the thing. Got my gold star. One dad. Or ribbon. I got a trophy. It says number 1 dad. And then this is adorable. Doing everything but Jets talk right now. That's all right. We'll get into it. My dad's name is Ryan. He is 10 years old. My dad's job is work. His favorite color, she wrote blue. I don't know why she wrote blue. Probably because my car was blue for a long time. My dad always says, I love you. My dad likes to eat pasta. My dad likes to drink coffee. My favorite food my dad likes to make is chicken. My favorite thing to do with my dad is play. The funniest thing my dad does is laugh. I love it when my dad smiles. I love my dad because I love him. My dad loves me because I'm cute. Ain't that the most adorable thing? Melts my heart. Brings me to my happy place. Cuddy, what's good, dude? Going to week 1 already. Is there a tailgate ticket only? Cuddy, we will probably do that. We're probably going to wait till we get a little closer to the game. Just because, actually, well, yeah. We're gonna do it when we get closer to the game. You could also get it through Tailgate Joe directly. Then you wouldn't come up to us to get your like wristband for it. You'd go up to like his little kiosk thing. But same tailgate, all the same. So if you do want to do that, or you can hang around and wait for us to do the tailgate only ticket in a little bit. V-Man! Arthur Smith will force feed Jonnu Smith because he has an obsession with him. Yeah. I'm not really... I'll be honest. I don't know how much Arthur Smith is going to dictate what Aaron Rodgers has traditionally liked to do. Like, I don't think... Rodgers doesn't really throw to the tight end a whole crazy ton. So maybe he gets some opportunities, but, like, I don't think he's going to be, like, featured. Maybe I'm wrong. Peter echoes my sentiment. Steelers getting Smith, another tight end for Rodgers to not throw to. I agree. That's what I'm thinking. Jim, I live in Boston. It's like being behind enemy lines. I just want the Pats to lose. I would have a very hard time living behind enemy lines. My family lives in Florida right now. They moved from up here. Probably one of my favorite cities in the U.S. is Boston. With the exception of all the damn Boston and Patriot fans. Kick them out. It's not too bad. I would love to live in Boston. From a city perspective. You can move all the Jet fans into Boston. That'd be cool. But I love going to the Garden. I love going to the city. It's crazy. Sorry you're behind enemy lines, my friend. Billy. We're having the 2025 Ryder Cup around the corner from my house. The tickets to watch guys hit a ball is insane. I suggest we blame Ryan. The Ryder Cup, I think it's at Bethpage, right? I'm pretty sure that's where it's going down this year. I have one of my close buddies who I think I'm in his wedding is he knows someone at Bethpage. So it'd be kind of cool if I could get like a ticket to like go spectate or something. That'd be pretty fun. But Billy, it seems like you're probably not a golfer. But if you want to be, hit me up. We're eventually going to do a Talking Jets golf outing. That's something that's been on the back burner for like 2 years, 3 years now. I've been talking about it like forever. I really just got to like do it. Stop having kids. That's what happens. Last 2 years I had kids, and then this past year I was just busy. Cameron, feels like forever. Glad you're back. Yeah, Cameron, glad to hang out. I'll do the call-ins. We'll start that at like 9:30. We'll talk a little bit of ball. See what you're up to. Anyone in the chat, see what you guys are up to. And we'll just hang out. We need to invent full contact golf. Dude, I was like the biggest like anti-golfer going through high school. I was like, yeah, it's a wussy sport. And then I got into golf. I started working at a golf course, and I started playing golf. And I was like, wow, these guys know how to dress in comfy clothes. I like this. And you're telling me I get to drive around this little cart, drink beer, smoke cigars with like 3 of my best friends for 4.5 hours? 5 if you're in a golf outing? Why the hell wasn't I doing this before? This is delightful. The game itself, I'm not very good at. Consider myself a little bit more of a scramble golfer. Better for golf outings. But it's a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. What's up, Daniel? Happy Monday. Hello to you too. All right. So I had a bunch of stuff pulled up on Twitter, and then Twitter decided to hate me and log me out of all my stuff. And now it says there's like I'm just a user that's like not who I say I am, I guess. I don't know. It's not letting me log in. Let's try it one more time. See if it'll let me do it. I had some cool things pinned. Wanted to go into it. And nope, not gonna let me do it. All right. So that'll just be another thing we try on a different day. Party with Peg and Art. What's up? Ryan, what's the Talkin' Jets schedule going forward? Vacation over. So the Talkin' Jets panel will come back. I think it's July. Let me check my phone. I think it's July 22nd is officially when we're going to be back. So we're just kind of like screwing around, hanging out right now, giving us a little bit more of a break. Yeah, so 3 weeks from tomorrow, July 22nd is when we officially come back. I'm not sure how the other shows look with like Jeremy Tigo and Dom. We're trying to, we'll probably have to iron that out a little bit, but we'll come back for that week. I may or may not be on the following week, the last week of July, because I'm going to go on vacation. But we will be doing a show for sure. Maybe I'll be doing it like live from like Maine. That'd be fun. But we'll let you guys know when we actually like iron it all out. But it sounds like Tuesday will be our 8 to 10 that we always do. I'll have my Monday show that I'll do either 8 to 9 or 9 to 10, kind of depending on what happens with Dom. I know Green Bean's been pretty busy, so like maybe we mix it up a little bit on the other shows. Billy, the amount of construction they're doing at Bethpage for the tournament right now is pretty insane. Man, what are they doing? Like building like bleachers and stuff? And I don't even know what they would do. I've heard that golf course is awesome. I've never personally played it. Julian, what's good, dude? What do you think of Jake Retzlaff transferring from BYU after he broke honor code? I have no input on that. That's kind of funny. I don't know. Transferring from BYU. Interesting. I guess that's like a thing. I don't know. If you're asking me, I would have a really hard time buying a car that I didn't test drive. That's sort of my stance on that. I feel like that's a pretty important part of like a relationship. Chris says, who actually cares about this trade? It's going to be 3 of our 9 wins. June, July positivity. Chris, bringing in the excitement, bringing in the positivity. I like it. I'm going to take this season one game at a time. I want the Jets to show me who they are. I'm going to set my expectations low. That way they can exceed them. If I go into the season like expecting 17-0, it just leads to sadness. And after the sky-high expectations we had the last few years, I'm over that. I'm done with the sadness stuff. Yeah, it is awesome. I'll let you know when that schedule comes out. Billy, so how does this trade affect the Jets in reality? I mean, in reality, I think it, like, obviously, I think Fitzpatrick's a better player. That's how I feel personally. Now, maybe I think PFF had Ramsey graded higher or whatever. Garrett Wilson has had success against Ramsey, so maybe there's some, you'd want to play Ramsey 2 times. We only play him once now. The Dolphins with Minkah, we're going to play 2 times. So if you're in the side of things where you're like, I don't really like going against Minkah, then it's bad news for Jet fans. Now, that being said, I don't have the new Madden yet. I didn't look at the new Madden rankings, although I don't think the new Madden came out yet. I think they just released the rankings. Tigo was telling us about the rankings. And I don't know if this is 100% legit or not because I didn't do any fact checking on this, but it says, according to the Madden rankings, the Dolphins are the 4th best team in the NFL, which feels nuts. But then they say the Jets are tied for 9th. Best with the Eagles and Steelers. The Bills are 12th. I don't understand. I don't understand how Madden gets these rankings. And it's just going to screw up Brick and the Johnson family. Because now all of a sudden we're going to be like, oh, we're high and mighty. We're going to the playoffs. 9th team in the NFL. It was a bold proclamation. I don't think that's how that's going to go down. With Fields, we are going to be testing the with Fields, are we going to be testing the capabilities of cornerbacks? I don't think it's so much testing the capabilities of cornerbacks as much as it's, the few passes that will go off target, like are guys in position to make plays on those passes. Minkah, I feel like, is much harder to go against than Ramsey. Like, Ramsey's going to man up your best guy, so if you just want to take Ramsey out of the play, you just don't throw it at Garrett Wilson, which is, kind of silly, but then you run the ball, you throw it to the tight end, you do whatever. With Minkah, you could know where he is from a pre-snap perspective, but he is such a wild card on where he's going to actually end up that I do think it makes it a little bit tougher. Now, I want to run the ball like a lot. I want us to build this offense entirely around Justin Fields. I want to use Breece and Braylon and Isaiah Davis and Corley and the tight ends and just everything right around the line of scrimmage and just bully people around. That's what I want. So are we testing the capabilities of cornerbacks? To some degree, but that's sort of why I think Minkah is a little bit more of a headache to deal with. Peter, what sucks is it bumps former Ashton Davis from a potential starting role. I didn't even think of that. Didn't give that a thought at all. Dolphins always wind up with like our, I don't want to say sloppy seconds, but our, we'll call it scrappy seconds. And I feel like if Ashton Davis plays, he's absolutely going to get an interception on us. That's just how things work for us. So we'll see. I should have grabbed a drink before I sat down. That was silly, Ryan. I don't think I have anything around here. Damn! It's all right. Boys and girls, before we get too far into it, I do want to thank the sponsor of this episode. That is none other than Atlas. After years of rocking facial hair, you guys know it, smooth. I finally made the switch to a clean-shaven look. It had been a while since I tried a new razor, so the timing of the House of Atlas razor was pretty spot on. This razor means business. It gives the closest, smoothest shave I've ever had, and the precision trim edge keeps my sideburns and lines razor sharp. Oh, and the shave cream and aftershave smell incredible. First of all, this Atlas razor looks sick. Check out that. Can you even see? I think you can see it. Got like the jet green version of it. Super sharp. Be careful. Blades are stabilized and don't bend under pressure, reinforced with welded steel for a smooth shave with no irritation. The blade head has 5 US-made stainless steel blades that glide right through your facial hair. The coolest part, the precision trim edge that is revealed by flipping back the serum strip. Bam, right there. For straight edges and detailing. Allows you to get right under your nose and create straight sideburns. I've also been loving their shaving cream. Thick formula that shows me where I'm shaving and leaves my skin baby bottom soft. Their aftershave is awesome too. It doesn't burn like the old school aftershave, but it does have a nice cooling sensation and it smells really good. And the premium razor kit comes with a magnetic storage hook that you can attach to your bathroom mirror or medicine cabinet for easy storage. And now, for a limited time, they're offering 20% off site-wide plus free shipping at houseofatlas.com. Just use promo code JETSTALK at checkout. That's HOUSEOFATLAS.com with promo code JETSTALK for 20% off everything. Stop wasting money and time on shaving products that don't look good, aren't effective, and cost way too much. Visit houseofatlas.com today. Trust me, you'll love it as much as I did. Boys and girls, I'm going to do a little call-in show action. I'm going to talk a little bit. Let's see if I can get this up here. Bam. I'm going to throw that in the link. Going to pull that up. So when you guys want to call in, feel free, click the link, talk a little bit of ball. Let me make sure I actually have this pulled up. Can I? Nope, that's the wrong one. Where am I supposed to be right now? How does this one look? This is what happens when I don't do this for a while. All right. That one. That's the 2. This is the main. All right. Figuring stuff out on the fly here. Billy, all I know is we have 5 weeks till we actually see some football again. I know the offseason is like slow. I like the mental reset side of it, but man, there's nothing to make content about. That's sort of why I like taking my hiatus. Give me a little month and a half, 2 months off. Let me feel right as rain for football season. Zachary, Miami sucks now. Hope so. Zachary, really? Daniel's in agreement with you. Miami is 1 concussion away from 15 weeks of Zach Wilson. Yeah, we know it. Better than anyone else. Popped Achilles week 1, Zach Wilson the rest of the season. Miami's biggest weakness is Mike McDaniel and their GM who should have been fired years ago. So I really like Mike McDaniel. But I think it's hard to justify how that team has underperformed when it matters the most. I can't really rationalize that. Zachary, are you doing every Monday now? No, I'm not doing every Monday. I'm doing this one, and then I think I'll probably do the 21st of July. Is probably my next Monday that I'll end up doing. And then Tuesday we're going to go live for Talking Jets. And then I should be rolling from that point on. This is just like a little hop on, hammer out an ad read, talk a little bit of Jalen Ramsey trade, Minkah Fitzpatrick, Jonnu Smith, see where the Jet fan base kind of is, and just shoot the shit. Also, are we going to sign a wide receiver number 2? I don't think we are. I really don't. I've been saying this for a while now. I think we're kind of set where we are. Garrett Wilson's going to be wide receiver 1. We're going to utilize Breece, Braylon, Isaiah Davis, and Fields in the running game. You got Rucker and Mason Taylor as your 2 tight ends. Stone Smart, I think, is going to be the 3rd guy. What order you put them in to start the season, who knows? But I think those will be the 3 tight ends. And then wide receiver 2 is going to be wide receiver 2 by committee. I really believe that. I think you're going to see Allen Lazard. I think you're going to see Arian Smith. I think you're going to see Josh Reynolds. I think you're going to see a lot of different looks that are going to try and get Garrett Wilson open using a variety of different tactics. So maybe it's Arian Smith blowing the top off of a defense. If he's wide open, Fields throws a bomb. If he's not wide open, then Garrett Wilson, will have more room to operate. The tight ends will have more room to operate. The running backs, will have more room to operate and whatnot. So that's sort of the envision that I have. If they're throwing the ball a lot with Fields to people other than Garrett Wilson, I feel like that's also kind of a not great thing to do. Zachary, thoughts on what Darius Slay said about Sauce's contract? This was, I think I saw this just before. He was just talking about what are they doing, dragging their feet. I think that was the comment. Sauce responded to it. If I'm thinking of the right response, I'm pretty sure I am on this. Sauce responded, it'll get done. We're working on it or something along those lines. I think the Jets will get this done prior to the start of the season. I think they sort of wait till training camp starts and they get all this hype around Sauce getting signed and then Garrett's going to get signed. I think both those guys get done. I don't really want to go into the season with either one of them unsigned because I feel like that begins to feel like maybe they're not here long term. One or the other or both, that would really, really suck. And I do not want to lose either one of those guys. So I hope they get it done now and then you just forget the trade talks and you're just able to, not that there's trade talks going on right now, but when you're not signed and you're on that rookie deal, it's much easier to move that contract and let the new team sign the deal to whatever it is. But I want Sauce and Garrett here a long time. I do not want to see them. I do not want to see them go anywhere. Mason Taylor not signed yet. No, he's not signed yet. I think he's our last one, right? That's the last guy waiting. Is Taylor signing soon? It'll probably be one of those training camp last second things. He's trotting out onto the field. Like I almost feel like Woody Johnson and like the Jets are just like, all right, we got to keep one not signed. Like the offensive lineman, we kind of need him in all the time. Tight end, he's got to do his thing. But like we got to have some drama heading into training camp. Is it true 30 out of 32 second-round picks are still unsigned right now? Maybe, dude. I have no idea. I did not notice that. I had no idea. That's a pretty wild thing, though. I don't know why second-round picks would have such a difference. Because you're slated for, like, the money. Maybe they're just waiting for, like, one domino to fall, and then they all go down like that. That's crazy. Yeah, Peter's confirming there. What's up, Curly? What's up, Mitt? Good to have you guys in here. Talk a little bit of ball. It's over guaranteed money. Yeah, but aren't you like, I thought it was like everything's slated in. It's probably offset language, right? Do they get offset language as second round picks? Probably. That's probably why we're all hung up. I don't know if I can look into, can you look in, on Over the Cap, can you look into contracts that are not signed for draft picks? Is that a thing? I don't know where it would be. I just have a feeling Fields is going to do well here. I really hope so. Like, I was talking to my buddy about this yesterday, and I don't have crazy high expectations for the Jets this year, but I think Fields was the quarterback that I wanted to see the most. Like, more than Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron coming back would have just meant more of the same of like the last 2 years. Like, I don't think it would have been enough to put us over the edge. Fields, I would love to get the reclamation project right. I would love to see, that Geno Smith second coming, that Sam Darnold second coming, that Baker Mayfield second coming, whatever it is. I want the Jets to be the benefactor of that, and I liked Fields coming out of college. I feel like there's probably part of him that feels like he was done dirty. I feel like Jet fans feel like we have been done dirty, one by Zach Wilson, two by, fate with Aaron Rodgers' Achilles popping and, everything going wrong the last 2 years. And then obviously we have Garrett Wilson here. We got Jeremy Ruckert here. We got, we brought in a few other Ohio State guys. And, I think we're finally starting to build a team around, I don't want to say finally building it around Fields, but I think Fields is finally starting to have a team built around him, and it just so happens to be the Jets. Now, I think his personality suits well for New York, but you also got to win. You can't stink. If he can run around and get us wins, I'm fine with winning ugly. I really am. But the best part about it is if you go all in on Fields and he turns into a pumpkin or he like implodes or whatever whatever describing words you want to use, next year's draft class is going to look pretty good. I would even endorse, like, if Fields looks like, let's call him let's say he gets to like that top 15-ish level. I don't think we're expecting top 10 quarterback play from him, but let's say he's in that top 15 conversation. I would still go up and get a quarterback. I would make sure you're in a situation in a good quarterback class where you're like, okay, look, Fields, you're the guy for the next 2 years. If you ball out and you're like the dude, we'll trade the rookie. If not, we've got the rookie on the back burner. But either way, we've got a fierce competition going forward. That's sort of how I envision this future playing out for the New York Jets. That feeling is probably just gas. Friggin' Houston and Cleveland giving their second rounders fully guaranteed contracts. Oh, is that why everything went sideways? I did not know that. Houston fully guaranteed Higgins contract. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. Probably. That would probably do it. Dude, GMs and owners get pissed at stuff like that. Apparently there was like text messages and stuff about owners freaking out about Deshaun Watson's deal. And like, I think there was something about the Herbert contract too. Not great. Curly, I believe Fields will be good here when we win actual football games. Yeah, I believe, but I don't trust it to happen. Like, this has this makings of a season that could be like magical, almost like the year with Mike White, right? Like you have that Mike White year and it just kind of like, oh, almost everything went right. So I shouldn't say everything went right because obviously Zach Wilson got benched and Mike White came in. But you have low expectations and you're optimistic throughout the season. You're like, wow, we have a shot at the playoffs. Like, I want to play meaningful games in November and December. That would be nice. Entertain me. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm on team entertain me all season long. Don't have me sitting here in the end of October saying, is it draft time yet? That's what I don't want to see. I think the staff is supporting Fields, unlike his other stops. Well, I think they tried to support him as a Bear. It just didn't work out because the Bears are kind of like us, where we don't really surround our guys with like talent and stuff. So I think he's in a better situation now than he was with the Bears, because I think our team is just like, I think our offensive line is better. With Pittsburgh, he obviously had a better team, really good coaching, but it's clear they wanted to go with Russell. Is it a damning indictment that Tomlin turned from Fields to Russell? I think it's absolutely part of the conversation. I think turnover-worthy plays like the fumbles that Fields had that did not bounce into the opposing team's hands is also something to look at. But I am excited because it feels like the team's bought in. And I didn't feel, not that I didn't feel like it wasn't bought in the last 2 years, but there was a lot of distraction, a lot of off the field noise, and a lot of like kind of the dream team aspect of Philadelphia from 15 years ago when they had Nnamdi Asomugha and Vince Young, and I think they had Michael Vick at the time. And they're like, oh, we're the dream team. And then they won like, was it 6 games? So I'm liking where we're currently at right now. Curly, all support, no break. I hope we don't get too many like catchphrases. Harlan, what's up, dude? Good to see you in here. I like that Fields has history with Garrett Wilson. Same. Doesn't matter if you win ugly or not, just win. Yes. Zachary, Watson got the most money to just suck. Yeah, that was, dude, Jets dodged a massive bullet. Because if you remember, before the Zach Wilson draft, it was like betting odds were on the Jets getting Deshaun Watson. It was going to happen. Watson said he wanted to play for Salah. The Jets had 3 first-round picks. Or, no, they had 5 first-round picks over the course of the next 3 years. So they had the ammo to go up and get a guy or go trade for him and still have first-round picks in the next 2 years. I think the Jets were going to trade 3 firsts for Deshaun Watson. And then before the draft, I don't remember when exactly. I want to say it was like beginning of April, maybe end of March. The allegations came out. And then Watson sat out for a year, and then Cleveland did the thing they shouldn't have done. Stupid. Dumb move. Now it's like one of the worst contracts I've ever seen. Like, I'm pretty sure I don't think the Browns can get out of his cap hits. Like, they'll have him on roster this year. And then I think they may June 1st cut him next year, which means you split his salary cap over 2 years, which means he's not on your roster and you're just taking a wild amount of dead cap hit. Only believe in God. The New York Jets have to show me. Yeah, I don't trust our Jets. Missed the content. Thank you for coming back. User 429. I'll be fully back in June. No, not in June. Now is June. End of July. Come on, people. Hit that like button and support the show. Yeah, hit that like button. We got a few people in here. Hit that like button. Let's see if we can get it to 50 likes. Jay Quest, Ryan, you look smarter today for some reason. It's the glasses, the lack of beard. It's all leading to the smartness of it all. Thank you, Jay Quest. Obviously, I want to win, but I'll take just being entertained for a season and think we might get. And I think we might get that this season. Yeah, that's what I'm really hoping for. There's a lot of optimistic things about this team. Like, I'm excited to see how Aaron Glenn coaches. I like how he's handled the media so far. Does that translate into coaching players well? I like Justin Fields as a project quarterback for a year. I like that Garrett Wilson's happy. I want to see the contracts get done. I want to see Jermaine Johnson look like Jermaine Johnson of 2 years ago by the end of the season. Like that, if that happens, that's my one goal really for like the entirety of this year. If Jermaine Johnson looks like he's back by the end of the season, I'm going to be feeling pretty good. The quarterback thing, look, I'm going to be keeping a close eye on Fields the entire year. If I can do the every throw video or the every play video by Fields, I'm going to try and do that. And then if you get a quarterback in the draft, that's fine too. Like I'm kind of open a bunch of different directions. But yeah, just entertaining me would be fucking fantastic. I would take that all day. All right. Got someone calling. Let's take a look and see how our buddy Max is doing. What's up, Max?
Hi, can you guys hear me?
I got you loud and clear. Let's hear some stuff that I'm not going to like.
I was on Matt Leary's show, and we're talking about some stat predictions. So first off, we're going to talk about wide receiver. So I think Garrett Wilson's going to have 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns. Then I think Allen Lazard is going to have like 700 yards and 4 touchdowns. And I think Aaron Smith is going to have like 400 yards and 2 touchdowns. Josh Reynolds is going to have 700 yards and 5 touchdowns. And I think Aaron Smith is going to have 200 yards for 1 touchdown. And then we're going to talk about running, and the running backs is my next position group. So Breece Hall is going to have like a 1,000-yard rusher. He's going to have 8 rushing touchdowns, and I think he's going to have 200 receiving yards, so like 2 touchdowns. Braylon Allen's going to have like 600 yards, rushing yards for 4 touchdowns, and then 200 receiving yards and like 2 other touchdowns and 2 receiving touchdowns, and then the other run.
Oh. We're
Around like
boom! You're out of here! You're out of here, Max. Sorry. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Got Cameron joining the show. Cameron, what's good, dude?
Not much. How you been?
Hanging in there. Enjoying the off season. I'm not as stressed as I am during the regular football season. What do you think of the trade today with Ramsey going to the Steelers?
I think it was even. I find it funny that Fitzpatrick Minkah ends up with the Dolphins again. It's like it goes in a circle.
Yep.
And it's a 100% Steeler move. If we don't have enough high-paid players on defense, we must solve the problem immediately.
Why not pay TJ Watt? You could have a whole bunch of high-paid things.
I mean, they're going to pay him.
think
They've become perpetually obsessed with having the best defense, but without an offense, it's pointless.
What do you think they look like with Rodgers at the helm? Like, you see a win prediction? Like, they're not getting past the Ravens.
9-8.
I would be shocked if they got past the Bengals. Like,
Oh God, no. The Bengals offense, if it stays healthy and lives up to the potential, could be nearly impossible to stop. Reminiscent of the greatest show on turf. I'm not saying it reaches that level, but one of those where you're going to have to score 50 to keep up with them. Now their defense may give up 70.
It's wild
But-
the year that Burrow had last year, and they
I
lost
know.
so many games. It's like, holy hell.
He helped me win my fantasy championship with just like how stupid a year he had. But I felt so terrible because I would check the box score and he'd throw for like 400 yards and 3 touchdowns, and the defense would give up 70 points, like I just joked about. I was like, wait, this is not how this is supposed to work.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, defense still very much wins you games, because if you just ignore it flat out, you got to. The whole point is to score more points than the other team, and if your defense is giving up all the points, it doesn't matter how many points you score.
Exactly. It's a weird philosophy they have over there. But as a Jets fan, at least I can say I'm not a Browns fan.
Yeah, no, that feels good.
That's
That
a
feels
mess.
pretty solid. Do you think Sanders winds up being their guy?
I think he has to be. He's
think he will,
clearly
too.
the shiny toy the owner wanted.
Mm-hmm.
He's not there if the owner didn't step in, just like with Watson and Johnny Manziel, and I can name quarterbacks for days. He clearly stepped in after they picked Gabriel, because that's why they got Gabriel, hoping that would satisfy him enough where they
Yeah.
could say, oh, look, we got a guy, leave us alone. But the further he dropped, the more he kept falling. Eventually Haslam walks in and goes, no. Give me the star. Even if he sucks, he's at least a name and I get headlines.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely how it feels like our team has operated in the past. So, like,
Oh yeah.
it feels like a very Browns thing to do.
Yeah, it does. It feels like they're more worried about the back pages, to use a New York term, than they are about winning football games. It's what Jerry Jones does, but Jerry can at least say, look at the championships I won. The Browns can't even say that.
No, yeah. And at least you have, like, you're America's team. You're always in prime time. Like, the Browns and Jets are probably going to be hidden away. I don't know how many primetime games the Browns have, but I would say they are
Like 2?
probably like no more than we are. And we probably only have one additional standalone game because we have the London game. Like, we've got a
Wasn't
Sunday
there
night, a Monday
a
night.
league requirement where you have to have 2
I think you need a Thursday
every
game.
year? Okay, yeah.
Maybe it is 2.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure you definitely have to have a Thursday. And then, but I feel like there's, I say that, but I feel like I saw some sort of graph out there that showed like 2 or 3 teams that don't have any primetime games. I don't know if that's. Let me see.
I believe you. I just find it surprising.
Number of primetime games per team NFL 2020. Let's see if that's right. Yeah, the Browns, New Orleans, and the Browns, Saints, and Titans all have 0 primetime games.
That's surprising. With Cam Ward, you'd think they'd give him 1.
I wonder
I'm
if
saying he's
there's
going to be good.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like standalone games like a Black Friday game that's maybe not technically prime time, or a London game that's a standalone game but it's not actually like a prime time thing. Like, I wonder if there's anything squirrely with that. I'm not diving too hard into it.
Sure. No, it's fine.
But the next step up from 0 is 3 primetime games. The Giants, Raiders, Patriots, Bears all have 3.
That makes sense.
The Jets, are they not listing the Jets on here? They must not be, because we definitely have at least 2, if not 3.
Okay.
So this is Google's
Yeah.
AI. So maybe
I
it's
thought
wrong.
okay. I thought we had 3. I'm like,
I'm thinking it's Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, standalone London game. That feels like what our number is.
yes, yeah. I know we have the London game. No, but
Who knows?
at this point,
We have Monday and Thursday.
We'll
so it's
find
Monday,
out
Thursday,
later.
London. So we must not have a Sunday. That's what it is.
And we have is our break after London? Is that when the bye week is?
No, I think we skipped it. I'm pretty sure we skipped our.
Oh.
It's actually like a pretty good bye, if I remember correctly. I think it's like right in the middle of the
Okay.
season.
That's what you need then.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, it's not.
I'm
gonna
taking
tell
my
me.
football breaks right now where I'm like paying attention to the headlines and everything, but I'm ramping up to get into my jet, either excitement or depression, depending on what they do.
Oh yeah.
I
Week
have
9
full
is our bye
belief
week.
in Aaron Glenn right now because I feel
Mhm.
like he's at least got his head screwed on straight, which
Yeah.
is a really nice place to be. I haven't been able to say that recently.
I wish we could have had like an Aaron Glenn head coach with a Joe Douglas GM. I am concerned about Muji. I'm not fully on board the Muji train
Muji
yet.
was not who I wanted.
Yeah.
Who's the guy who ended up with the Titans?
Yeah.
That's I liked him, and I like the guys with the Raiders. Oh, Spytech. He's with the Raiders.
Yeah.
I really like Spytech because I went through a few runs of like GM candidates when they were out there, and I walked away going, Spytech might be the next good one.
Vegas has some good stuff brewing. I feel like they're like a good city where players are going to want to play. So that's first and foremost. No income tax, like fun city for young kids, like all that stuff's playing to their benefit. New York, I don't feel like has that like allure anymore.
No, I mean, unfortunately,
not entirely. Especially football. Like the Jets are just kind of like the Jets. Even the Giants, like it's not like a necessarily like a sexy team to land on. You have to generate hype by like overperforming like in a season, seeming like you're going in the right direction. Like the hype we had after the almost make the playoffs with Mike White. We had defensive rookie of the year. You had Jermaine Johnson, you had Breece Hall. Like that hype train was the most hype we've had running since like Sam Darnold, probably like, when we first got him.
At least.
Yeah. I think so. And then if not, you're talking 2015 prior to that.
Oh yeah. I want us to build momentum. I wanted to stop being, well, it's the Jets. I don't need us to be, on the level with the Rams, or we're talking the Chiefs, or, I know this is going to be a slow year, right? But I at least want to show functionality. Or we come out of the season feeling like, okay, maybe Justin Fields isn't the guy, but we do have a good roster. We've got a good right tackle. We've got our left tackle. We bring in a young quarterback, and maybe you sign a veteran to keep Tyrod, whatever it is. And you look at it and you go, okay, this is a team I can get behind because I see the vision. I see where we're going.
Yep. You tell me we get like, we've flipped the script on penalties. Some young guys are starting to look good. The defense isn't what it was at the end of the season. It's closer to what it was at the beginning of last season and the years prior. The thing that like sort of bothers me is like, I don't think Breece is on this team at the end of the year. I think he's ultimately going to get traded halfway through because I think they've made their decision. Maybe I'm wrong and they haven't made the decision, but I think they've made their decision. They're not going to re-sign him. So they're going to, what I hope they do is I hope they highlight him the most in the beginning part of the season. And hopefully the Jets are playing well, and we're like, okay, we're just riding Breece, and we're going to franchise tag him. Like that's my I would love to see that happen. I want Breece on the team.
Yeah, but you have Allen and Isaiah Davis, who clearly have shown that they can play. So if someone's going to
flip you a second
Breece,
in a draft that let's say someone's like, hey, we'll give you that second round pick for Breece mid-season because
you
we
take
think
it all day.
You have to. And at that point, you're taking a second round pick going into a draft with a quarterback class that you're probably going to have to make a pick for. Like,
you might have to move up on them, for sure.
Sure, yeah. I think you definitely are going to have to. I mean, I'm hoping. I don't want to say I'm hoping we're getting a top 10 pick because obviously I hope we win as many games as we can. But I think
Same.
realistically we're going to end up with a top 10 pick, all
Yeah.
things said and done.
Yeah, and this is the year where I don't want to say you're guaranteed in the top 5 to get a potential star quarterback, but I feel like you're pretty damn close. Given if Manning comes out and with Aller and whoever the kid is from Texas A&M,
You got the kid. You got Klubnik. You got
Klubnik.
Lanaliva. You got
Yep.
Who's the kid from South Carolina?
Yeah. South Carolina. That's the guy. Not Texas A&M. South Carolina. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell's his
The
name? I can't
described
remember his
as fast as Lamar Jackson, but with a better arm. Like,
Wick.
okay. Yeah. I mean,
like,
he
I'd
he
sign
can
up
whip
for
it all
that.
over the field. Right. So I look at this and I want to see a team. I believe Aaron Glenn can coach, and I want to feel like we're not leaning on one side of the ball. Because most of my life has been, the Jets have a really good defense, or, and I know every team has a culture, but it should feel like you've got a full team and not just one side of the ball carries you every week.
100%. I don't know. We'll see.
I
Record
know.
prediction.
We'll see. I
changed
mean,
all
we
for
got
you?
we got months, huh?
What do you think record prediction wise? Did it shift at all?
Not really.
No.
I mean, I tried to be realistic, and I went like 7-11, or one of those. I tried to go with 7 wins feels like Justin Fields plays pretty well, and the team shows growth, and we beat the teams we're supposed to beat, and maybe we beat a team we're not supposed to beat, where they were beat up the week before by whoever. And we sneak in and get a win. I would be comfortable with that. I would feel like we really got the most out of this roster if we pull that off. But if we fall flat on our face, I'd take it too for high draft purposes.
Fall flat on your face, you get a high draft pick. I'm not going to be like, this is the year that I'm just not upset either way. Fields balls out, we do well, cool. The worst thing that could happen is like Fields sort of balls out and they just say we're skipping quarterback. I don't think there's any situation where Fields plays well and I just don't take a quarterback. I feel like I'd rather have 2 cracks at it.
100% you want 2 cracks at it. You want that opportunity to feel like, we now have one of these will work, we hope. Instead of we have one guy, and God, I hope he's good.
Cameron, thank you so much for the call.
Thanks, Ryan. Have a great night.
Injected from the cockpit. I don't have my chicken with me tonight because I did not set it up correctly for this. I should have. It opens up other things when I click the button. So no chicken. So 6 minutes. We're gonna talk to the chat. Jay Quest. JJ is going to be hesitant to come off that Achilles. Yeah, I agree. But hopefully by the end of the season, he's going to be feeling good. That's my hope. He injured it so early last year that I think it's plausible to have him feeling comfortable in December. No more soft practicing under Glenn. Completely agree. Hot take, Arian Smith has a punt return. I like Arian Smith. I don't love how early we drafted him, but I like the skill set. If he can catch the ball, I'm all right with it. I can live with the idea of drafting for skill set as opposed to maybe drafting, best player available. I can get behind it. Not saying I love it, but I get behind it. 9 weeks to opening day. Not much time to get everyone on the same page and ready for Rodgers in Pittsburgh. I think, Rodgers is also learning a new offense and a new team. And Rodgers generally in his good seasons has started off slow. So I think it's entirely possible the Jets are walking out of week 1 with a win. Now, does Fields implode and is the team quality, between the Steelers and the Jets so vast that it doesn't matter. But I think the Steelers, I would rather play Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers week 1 than say week 7 or something like that. We are going to scheme guys open this year, not throw 10-yard fade routes on 3rd and 1. Yeah, no, we're gonna work on getting guys open. I'm excited for Tanner Engstrand. I think he's my favorite coaching hire that we made this past cycle. Ryan without a beard is mind-boggling. Yeah, I used to do all my videos without the beard. And then the last, I would say 2 years, I think since my kids were born, I had a beard. So I don't know if my kids have even seen me without, like, facial hair. So they're going to wake up tomorrow and be like, what did daddy do? Browns will feel pressure to start Sanders. Probably. I think he's honestly the best quarterback they have right now. That's probably what happens. We have Monday and Thursday night games. Last season, the Jets had multiple Thursday night games, won them all. I hate Thursday night games. I really wish we would have an extra bye week. Make it an 18 game or a 19 week schedule with 17 games and 2 byes. That's what I'd like to see. I like that Glenn is a former Jet who remembers the Jets as a winning team. Yeah, let's bring it back. Come on, Glenn. Wouldn't want to trade up to get a quarterback or any other player. What? I have no problem. If the Jets are like there's a good we have our offensive line like pretty much set. They're all young. You can retain them. If you have to find some, guards aren't that bad to get in like the mid rounds if you have to. But I would definitely trade up for a quarterback. I'm cool with waiting, seeing where we fall and how the quarterbacks shake out, but I like the idea of going and get your guy. Like, even if you, like, let's say they just play well and we're sitting in, like, you know, the 15 pick, 16 pick or whatever. Go make the move. Move mountains. Go get your guy. Jets are going to have to move up, unfortunately, get a quarterback. We have bookend tackles, but draft 2 more guards and we'll be set. I would like to move up. I think when you have the offensive line seemingly in place, get aggressive and go get the guy. There should be 4 or 5 guys that are coming out this year that should be worthy of a high-end pick. Plenty of good quarterbacks that were chosen outside the top 10. Rodgers was chosen at 25. Yeah, I think there's a lot of good quarterbacks. I don't think you necessarily have to trade up. It depends how good these quarterbacks are looking at. Like, is this similar to last year's draft where it's one guy and then the second quarterback doesn't go till the end of the first round? Or is this closer to the 2024 draft where you have the first 3 picks are all quarterbacks? I think we're probably closer to that draft than last year's. How about that freshly shaven look? Eli, softer than a baby's bottom. Nah, not really. I'm more of like a cat's tongue right now. I'm a little prickly. As Rodgers reported to camp at all? I mean, he went to the mandatory stuff, right? That was their mini camp that they did. I don't know when they actually start camp. I've heard rumors the Jets. What date is it? Now I gotta look. I don't know if they've released dates yet, but I've heard rumblings for our training camp. Wrote it down. I think the 25th is the first public one, is what I've been hearing. So we'll see. I would like to go to that one. Look for Brees to have an Alvin Kamara type season. That would be sweet. Eric says we're friggin' winning. Ryan, I'm on hold. Charles, I saw it, but I'm hopping off at 10. Sorry. Miss you, dude. Rodgers takes forever to get on the same page with players. That's +1 for our Jets. I agree. This team could be the Broncos of last year. I agree. I think that's probably a pretty fair comparison. Can we keep Garrett? Yeah, I think we can. We just got to pay him. Chris, please like and support Jets Talk 24/7. New York Jets YouTube channel. Hit the like button. Ryan deserves it. Incredible Jets content creator, person, fan, rep our Jets family fan base. JETS. Chris, thank you, brother. Greatly appreciated. Appreciated. Hope all is doing well. The success rate of hitting on a quarterback in the late teens, early 20s is really, really low. Yeah, hitting on a quarterback in general is really low, and I feel like it sucks because you don't want to give up additional high picks that could otherwise help your team in other areas. But, like, let's say the Jets are sitting at pick, like, I don't know, 8, and you can give up a second-round pick to jump 2 spots, and you go to 6. If that's a thing. Now, granted, you're coming up for a quarterback, you might have to give up, like, additional picks, but I like the idea of going to get your guy. Ryan, looking good. Go Jets, Jets. Rick, have you tried asking the guy at the gym if he would like to go on a date with you? I can't give you the best dating advice, but you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Boys and girls, we were at the 10 o'clock hour. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. I appreciate you popping in, talking a little offseason Jets football. We'll be back talking Jets Tuesday, July 22nd. And if you guys haven't done so already and you are interested in going to the Jets Week 1 home opener, myself, O'Leary, and Green Bean are going to be doing the ticket group buy, ticket, tailgate, on field after the game, food and drinks during the tailgate Joe, 1 o'clock kickoff, Aaron Rodgers coming back to MetLife. Maybe we can. If there's one game we could win all year, like if I have to pick one game, I really want it to be this one, like in the worst way. And that might be petty of me, but that's all right. I forgive myself. All right, boys and girls, I'm gonna go have a snack, get a drink, lay down. And I'll talk to you guys. I'll probably pop on sometime middle of July. We'll see. If not, I'll see you guys towards the end when football season starts getting underway. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. This is Jets Talk signing off. Jets.